Hi students, this is the second video of chapter number 1 Rotational Dynamics 12th standard Maharashtra State Board. In the first video we are basically study about the circular motion. Circular motion means the motion along the circular path is called as a circular motion. Then next we are study about the kinematics of the circular motion. Then uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion means during circular motion, if the speed of the particle or object remains constant, is called as a uniform circular motion. Then next we are study about the non-uniform circular motion. Non-uniform circular motion means during circular motion, if the speed of the particle or object is continuously changing, then it is called as a non-uniform circular motion. Then next and very important topic we are going to study centripetal force. Centripetal force means directed towards the center of circle. Directed towards the center of circle. And centrifugal means directed away from the center of circle. This force is called as a centrifugal force. So in this second video we are basically study about the applications of the uniform circular motion. So in this second video, we are basically study about the applications of the uniform circular motion. So the first application is vehicle along the horizontal circular track. So first application is vehicle along a horizontal circular track. Figure 1.4 shows vertical section of a car on a horizontal circular track of radius r. So this is the figure 1.4 shows vertical section of a car on a horizontal circular track. Horizontal means circular type. Circular track of radius r. Plane of a figure is a vertical plane perpendicular to the track but includes only center C of the track. Second one, forces acting on the car are. So this one is the car and there are various forces acting on this car. Which forces are acting? First one is weight mg vertically downwards. So here mg, we all know the earth attracts every object towards its center. So here first force is applied, that is the weight mg acting vertically downwards. Second one, normal reaction. So here there is a normal reaction force which are acting vertically upwards. So this normal reaction force acts on a vertically upwards on the car. So it means that balances the weight mg. So normal reaction balances the weight mg, means mg is equal to n and or n is equal to mg. It means that normal reaction force and mg are always opposite. These two forces are opposite, but the magnitude of these two forces are equal. But the magnitude of this normal reaction force and this mg force are equal. That's why we are writing down here mg is equal to n or n is equal to mg. And the third force is acting on this car is force of static friction, that is Fs, between the road and the tires. And the third force, there is a frictional force between the tire and road, that is the static friction force. Force of static friction Fs is between the road and tires. This is the static friction because it prevents the vehicle from outward slipping or skidding. This is the resultant force which is the centripetal. So static friction force is exactly equal to the centripetal force. We are already discussed. This one is the horizontal circular track. Horizontal circular track. So here this is the horizontal road, means it is a circular type. So here static friction force is exactly equal to the centripetal force. Therefore here mg is equal to n because normal reaction force and mg are always opposite but the magnitude are equal, and frictional force is equal to centripetal force. So centripetal force is mr omega square. We all know the centripetal force is mr omega square, but relation between the angular velocity and the normal velocity, that is the v is equal to omega r and omega is equal to v upon r, and put this value of omega here. So here mr as it is into here omega square, that's why v square upon r square. This one r and this one r gets cancelled. So what is remaining? M into v square upon r. Next one, from equation 1. Which equation 1? mg is equal to n. mg is equal to n. This is the equation 1. From equation 1, Fs is equal to n divided by g into v square upon r. We all know mg is equal to n. Therefore, m is equal to n upon g. m is equal to n upon g. So, Fs is equal to m into v square upon r. So, Fs is equal to m value is n upon g into v square upon r. Therefore, Fs is equal to n into v square g divided by r into g. Therefore, Fs, this n goes on the left hand side, so it becomes divide. Fs divided by n is equal to v square upon rg. So, for a given track, radius r is constant. So, for given track, radius r is constant. For given vehicle, mg is equal to n is also constant. Here, mg is equal to n is also constant. Thus, as the speed v increases, the force of static friction Fs also increases. If the speed of this car v is increases, the force of the static friction, that is Fs, is also increases. However, Fs has an upper limit. Therefore, Fs max is equal to mu s into n, where mu s is the coefficient of the static friction between the road and tires. So, Fs max is equal to mu s into n, and mu s is the coefficient of the static friction between the road and tires. This imposes an upper limit to the speed v. So, at the maximum possible speed vs, we can write f max as it is. This n goes on left hand side, so it becomes divide. N is equal to mu s, but mu s is v square upon rg. Mu s, what is the value of mu s? Mu s is v square upon rg. Therefore, Fs max divided by n, that is the static friction maximum divided by n, is equal to mu s, and mu s is v square max divided by rg as it is. And if we are taking the square roots, so v max is equal to under root mu s into rg. So, if we are taking the square root of this one, so v max is equal to mu s into rg. So, this is the first application, vehicle along a horizontal circular track. Second application is well or wall of death, that is the maut ka kuwa. You most of the times see the maut ka kuwa in the circles. So let's start. This is the diagram of well of death. First one, this is the vertical cylindrical wall of radius r. So this is the vertical cylindrical wall of radius r, inside which a vehicle is driven in a horizontal circle, and in this inside the vehicle is driven in the horizontal circles. As shown in the figure 1.5, the force acting on the vehicles are. So here, suppose here is a vehicle, and this vehicle there are various forces are acting. So first force is normal reaction N acting horizontally and towards the center. So here normal reaction force is acting horizontally. In the first application, the normal reaction force is acting vertically upwards. Vertically upwards. But in this well of death, the normal reaction force acting horizontally and towards the center. Why? Because normal reaction force is applied in upward direction, we are known. But here, the vehicle or the head of the person in all, so it becomes vertical. So the head of the person is in this side. The head of the person is in this side towards the center. That's why here normal reaction force, that is N, acting horizontally and towards the center. Second force, weight mg acting vertically downwards. So we all know the earth attracts every object towards its center. That's why the weight mg acting vertically downwards. Third one, weight mg acting vertically downwards. Third one, force of static friction Fs acting vertically upwards. So here force of static friction is acting vertically upwards. between vertical wall and tires, and between the vertical wall and tires. It has to prevent the downward slipping. Its magnitude is equal to mg. So here force of static friction and mg are opposite force, but the magnitude of this force of static friction and mg are same. So here Fs is equal to mg, or mg is equal to Fs. So force of static friction Fs acting vertically upwards prevent the downward slipping. Its magnitude is equal to mg, as this is only the upward force. Now next one, normal reaction is in the resultant centripetal force. So here normal reaction force acting horizontally and towards the center of circle. Normal reaction N is the resultant centripetal force, or the only force that can balance the centrifugal force, thus in magnitude. So here if the body is rotated, the centrifugal force is inside. If suppose the body is rotated, the centrifugal force is inside. If the vehicle is moving around, if the vehicle is taking round and round, if there is a no wall, if suppose here it is a no wall, so the vehicle is thrown out. This is the path of the vehicle, and if suppose there is a no wall, so vehicle is thrown out. So, and if the force is create an outside, so it is a centrifugal force. So if the force is created on the outside, so it is a centrifugal force, and inside there is a normal reaction force. Means normal reaction force, it means that centrifugal force is balanced by normal reaction force. Here this one is the centrifugal force, and here the centrifugal force is balanced by this normal reaction force. Means normal reaction force is equal to N is equal to mr omega square. We have to take only magnitude. So here Fs is equal to mg. Fs is, because these two are opposite force but the magnitude are same, so Fs is equal to mg. And also N is equal to this one, N is equal to mr omega square. Means centrifugal force is equal to normal reaction force. It means that centrifugal force is balanced by this normal reaction force. So N is equal to mr omega square. We are taking only magnitude, that's why we are not put sign here minus. It is only mr omega square. But we know V is equal to omega r and omega is equal to V upon r. Therefore N is equal to mr omega square. Put the value of omega. Therefore mr, this one is the omega square, that's why V square upon r square. R gets cancelled, so what is remaining? M into V square upon r. So this is the second equation. First equation is Fs is equal to mg. Fs is equal to mg. Frictional force Fs is always less than or equal to mu s n. Mu s is the coefficient of static friction. Means this frictional force is always less than or equal to this normal reaction force. Frictional force is less than, then the only vehicle is moving or running with the speed. If there is a friction, so the speed of the vehicle is reduced and the vehicle may be fall down. That's why frictional force is always less than the normal reaction force. Therefore Fs is less than or equal to mu s n. Therefore Fs is equal to mg. In the first equation, if mg is less than or equal to mu s, and the value of n is mv square upon r, and this value comes from equation 1 and 2. Therefore mg is less than or equal to mu s m into v square divided by r. M gets cancelled. Therefore g is less than or equal to mu s v square upon r. Therefore this r goes on left hand side, so it become multiply with g, so gr, and this mu s goes on left hand side, so it become divide. Therefore gr divided by mu s is less than or equal to v square. It means that v square is greater than gr upon mu s. Therefore v square is greater than gr upon mu s. Therefore v square means it is the minimum velocity. Therefore v minimum is greater than or equal to under root rg upon mu s. Here we taking the square root of the both the sides. So here the minimum velocity, this minimum velocity is always greater or equal to this value. If the minimum velocity is greater of this value, this under root rj upon mu s, then the vehicle is moving or running with the speed. And if the value is less than this under root rj upon mu s, then the vehicle is not moving with the speed, or it may be fall down. So in this video we are studying about the applications of the uniform circular motion. First application, vehicle along a horizontal circular track, and the second one is well or wall of a death, that is the मौत का कुआं. The remaining two application we will study in the next video.